Disclaimer: I do not own the clips or music shown. These are used for review and entertainment purposes. Thank you. It's me, Camden, on channel Camden. Today we're going to talk about the MCU's newest released project, Thor: Love and Thunder. So, Thor: Love and Thunder is the 4th Thor movie and like the 15 millionth MCU movie, where Chris Hemsworth reprises his role as Thor, and he goes on another adventure with Natalie Portman returning as Jane Foster, and she's the mighty Thor, the other Thor in the comics, and they work together to fight Patrick Bateman. So the movie recently released, and a lot liked it, while some didn't. Well, I decided to talk about it and see how I feel about it. I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, and the thunder. Before I say my thoughts on this one, my thoughts on the other one. Thor 1, I didn't think it was bad. It was fine for what it is. Like, the first act and the third act was more interesting, but the second act was just, fine, I guess. Like, Chris Hemsworth was really good throughout the whole movie, though. Thor 2 was mid. I also remember one time when, in first grade, when a kid and me were talking about like the Avengers and stuff, and then I said how I didn't like the Thor movies as much as I did with Captain America and Iron Man, and then the kid got mad at me for some reason. Thor Ragnarok, it's a good movie, and it still remains the best Thor movie. It's a really good movie, but there's only one problem: there's a little bit too many jokes in the movie. Remember when Asgard was being destroyed, and as soon as it was being destroyed, Thor's original home, other people's original home as well, they cracked a joke about it. Now let's get on to this one. Let's talk about the plot with Tim.
Hey guys, it's me, Tim, again. So basically, the plot is where Thor and Jane Foster, now the mighty Thor, and a few of their friends have to work together to stop Gore, the God Butcher, played by Christian Bale, because he done kidnapped kids and also attempted to kill every god. Here's my art.
Now, I'm about to talk about the characters. First character is Thor, played by Chris Hemsworth, as he returns in this newest installment. Chris is still good as Thor, like always. Like, he still is very, very good. And he's sometimes as good as the casting as Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man or Chris Evans as Captain America. Judging from the trailers, I thought it was just going to be another, Thor has to find himself and what his true purpose is and stuff like that. Because, in the first one, he was wondering if he was going to be king, and the third one, he was king, and then Endgame, he wasn't. And so I hope we weren't going to have to see Thor find himself again. Like, can Thor just... Well, here he's great, and it's like, at this point, Hemsworth is like used to playing Thor, and it's like he seems like he knows the character he's playing in this point, and that's nice. Next is Jane Foster, played by Natalie Portman. In the other movies, she was there, like she was Thor's girlfriend now, as a scientist. But here she has more to add on to the story. And she's pretty good as well in this movie. And before I saw the movie, I won't go into it, but if you guys read the comics, you know what I'm talking about. I was like, maybe the MCU won't do that, but like I was just like, they might, but I was like, I don't know, but I hope they take it seriously and not as a joke. I was like, hopefully they might, but the guys that read the comics, you'll see. Yeah, Natalie Portman comes back, as also certain other characters return as well. Heimdall's schedule is busy. He's hanging with Sonic and Tails right now. And with the other characters, like Valkyrie and Korg, they're there. Like, you know how in movies they have, like, the other characters that were, like, in previous movies and they were more important. Here they're there, like, to be cool and have jokes. Like, they were, like, what they were given weren't bad. Like, they were nice in the scenes they had, but they were, like, they were there. And later, like, in the third act, they had to, like, it was clear that the writers had, like, to think of a way how to get Valkyrie out of the third act. And that's, like, how they did it. I was just like, okay. And Korg also, he tells, like, the story of Thor. And people in, like, there's a montage with Thor, like, him growing up, and then Jane and how they broke up and things like that. And I didn't hate the montages. Like, I was just like, oh, like, it added a bit more to it. I was just, like, I was, and also, in, all the trailers and the TV spots has shown the Guardians of the Galaxy being in the movie. Don't expect them to be in there too much. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I won't give it away, but it's just, the Guardians, don't expect too much of Star-Lord and pals. Guess I'll see him in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And now we're to our main villain, Gore the God Butcher, played by Christian Bale. He goes all around killing Norse gods and stuff, and we only seen him kill one on screen. Yeah, Christian Bale is really good as a character. Like, because Christian Bale is always a great actor, and here the scenes he's given, he's menacing, and like you can tell, like but we don't see him kill people that much. Wish we could see him be more intimidating and scary as he should be. And as I found out, that's how it originally was supposed to be. I found out that they cut some of those scenes because they were deemed too scary. And this is the same studio that had this came out a few months ago.
To have it all.
But then again, he's still cool. I wonder when he goes on a murder spree, does he tell people to listen to Paul Allen's? Okay, that's enough of the characters. Now, this movie is really, like, emphasized on comedy. The other movie, Ragnarok, also was, and most of the MCU movies are. Here, like, it's some moments I was just like, okay, like, you know, the world is in danger. We gotta save the world. Okay, we can stop now. Gotta get on with the mission. But some of the emotional moments weren't ruined too much. I'll give it that. But, yeah, like, there should be a certain level to the jokes. Like, don't, like, ha, 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 there's a terrorist over there. And to some writers out there, with superhero movies, you don't always have to have jokes. Like, you can have jokes, and you can't take it too seriously, because this movie is about a Norse guy with a hammer that has lightning. I mean, but we can still be invested without too many jokes, because it's not like we're gonna, like, not be invested if there's not a joke in a scene. We'll be still interested as the audience. But then again, there were some things funny in this movie, I guess. And also, this movie has a fascination with goats yelling. Great, isn't it? What had me laugh was the way when Jane Foster had the old Thor's hammer and Thor had the Stormbreaker. There were certain scenes that seemed like the newer hammer was jealous of the older hammer when Thor was looking at his old hammer. Like, it was funny. It seemed as they were jealous. Like, that was hilarious. I'll say that. And the VFX in the movie are not bad most of the time. Like, they can look pretty cool, like, most of the time, and yeah. And also, Thor has a certain costume, like, at a big, like, the first few minutes of the movie, and I was like, he should, like, that costume looks pretty nice. I hope he keeps it. And he has a, like, blue and gold costume he keeps for the rest of the movie. That's totally not to sell toys at all. But yeah, the VFX mostly look pretty good most of the time. But here's I hope the VFX artists are doing okay right now, though. Woo! Okay. I'm done with this movie. Alright, that's nice. Hey, Todd! Oh, hi, Mr. Feige. I just got done with the VFX for this movie, and, what do you think? Oh, yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that's great. Now, we have 3 more projects this year, and I would like you to edit them. All 3 of them? Yes, and we have another few other projects next year. Hope you can, mess with them for some time. I just want to see my wife, man. I wouldn't worry about it. Anyways, what did I think of it? It's not bad. Is it my favorite Thor movie? No, Ragnarok still remains the best. Is it my favorite MCU movie? No, it's not even in my top 10. It's not horrible either. It's just, passable and harmless. Some of the jokes can be hit or miss. We could have saw more scenes with Gore the God Butcher, but the characters are still pretty nice, because, Marvel, most of the time, they do a pretty good job with their characters and make them seem likable and not make us hate them. Well, do I recommend it? Sure. Why not? But me, I didn't hate it, but it's not one of my favorite either. It's just passable, it's nice, I guess. I liked it, kinda. It was kinda cool. Yeah, I think I can say that. Now I'll give it... Yeah, these are the donuts I give it. Yeah, it was fine, I guess. Like, it was some things I found cool about it was some of it weren't, like, completely horrible, but just some I were just like, maybe you could have toned it down a little bit, or you could have emphasized on it a bit better. But overall, it was still a pretty fun movie. Yeah, I hope you liked this video. Like, comment, but not a mean comment, and subscribe.